Well folks, we finally made it. As of right now, we are officially halfway through the entire Macross retrospective. And then, I can fulfill my lifelong dream of doing a Madden retrospective. Considering the small scope of what I'm covering in this video, it's not exactly the most exciting midway point, but hey, it's a midway point, and we gotta talk about it anyways. Contrary to what the title may imply, Macross 7, the movie The Galaxy is Calling Me, isn't actually a movie at all. This was just a theatrical episode shown alongside Macross Plus Movie Edition at a special event called the Macross Festival 95. And yes, I have come to realize that Macross Plus Movie Edition actually did come out after Macross 7, but I'm not going to cover them in that order, you can't make me. Similar to Macross 7 Encore, this episode is believed to take place in between Giggle's death and Operation Stargazer. And upon jumping in, you'll immediately notice how beautiful the animation is. Which shouldn't be a shocker, I mean, it's a theatrical episode, it's gotta look good, but I've watched 49 episodes and have edited a 2-hour video just looking at the stiff animation, so seeing them look so nice is kinda surreal. Anyways, the episode starts with a performance by Mylene, who's currently practicing trying to strengthen her song energy. While measuring the energy, the detector suddenly picks up on an anomaly. This compels Basara to snatch the thing and run off alone because he has no self-control or patience. If he detects a sound-related anomaly, he's going. Look, he even runs past Flower Girl. The energy eventually leads him to fold and crash onto a snow planet, where he's immediately held at gunpoint by the locals who accuse him of being a thief. What does he do while being interrogated? He's Neki Basara, of course he's gonna start singing. Upon hearing the music, a young boy named Pedro starts popping off as apparently he's Firebomber's biggest fan. Stay the fuck back, Pedro, you didn't make a 2-hour-long Macross retrospective. Where were you on the front lines when this guy in my comment section accused Bandai of blackmailing Kamamori into creating Macross 7 as a scheme to sell more Gundam kits? I don't know what he's on. But never mind that. Fuck you, Pedro. How come you could sit there going bomber, bomber, and no one bats an eye, but when I do it on a local plane, they all start screaming? I actually don't know why I just got so mad at this child. He's pretty chill. Basara even goes to his place where he sees a silly drawing of Mylene, and it really does look like her. But whoa, they hear a big scary noise, and Pedro, along with the other residents, believe it to be a monster. Considering it may have to do with the song energy reading from earlier, Basara decides to investigate the area in his Valkyrie, with Pedro tagging along. He also brought seeds, hopefully not of the Gundam variety. While investigating, they stumble across an unknown figure that starts firing projectiles at them. He sings Try Again in a really pretty scene before deducing that the figure is a Zentradi mech. This isn't just an ordinary rampaging Zentradi though, as once she steps out of the Valkyrie, she challenges Basara to a sing-off. This is the type of absurd yet badass shit that could only happen in Macross 7, they go fucking nuts. The sing-off ends up emitting so much sound energy and spiritua that it alerts the Proto-Devlin. Gipelnich orders for Gabble and Grabble to go investigate the scene, while Gamlen and the rest of Firebomber begin tracking Basara down. After losing the contest and crying like a baby, Basara shows no mercy and goes for the super duper overkill. Even after she lost, he charges at her singing Totsugeki Love Heart. I see he's trying to get the counter up. The floor collapses, but they're fine. They have a good laugh about it, and she invites him and Pedro over to her place. We get a chill scene where Do You Remember Love is playing in the back, as she explains how hearing about Minmei's feats from her parents is what inspired her to become a singer. Said parents being Max and Emilia, confirmed by both the picture on the wall and the fact her name is literally Emilia. Apparently, she's isolated herself in the mountains as to not disrupt the citizens with her loud singing, which is what the scary noises they've been hearing have actually been. Basara expresses how her song has reached his heart, and she tries kissing him, but Pedro fucking jumps in her mouth. Imagine if she accidentally swallowed, he wouldn't be the top Firebomber fan anymore now, would he? But no, he's fine. They have another good laugh about it, but whoa, here comes the Proto-Devlin! Emilia tries firing a barrage of missiles, but Basara hops in the way, being like, "Nuh-uh, we don't do that here. We sing Totsugeki Love Heart instead." Realizing the power of music, Emilia jumps in and begins singing her own song, Heart and Soul. Not the Sonic Frontiers one, shut up! Also, the subtitles on the rip I'm watching had an absolute fucking stroke. They did not say all that. Anyways, their song proves to be too weak, as Gabble and Grabble have not only fused into Gabagula, but they've also fused with a mysterious third entity named Natter Valgo. Who the fuck is this guy? I guess they built a mechanical version of Valgo after he died, but this guy was never brought up or mentioned in the series. Where did he come from? So Natter Gabagula or whatever destroys some of the terrain, causing a massive flood that's about to destroy the nearby village. Thankfully, Gamlen and the rest of Sound Force arrive to assist. While the Proto-Devlins weaken from the music, Gamlen gets the idea to use its body to help redirect the stream away from the village. This ends up being successful. They drive the Proto-Devlin away, they save the village, all is good. And Pedro shows that the seeds he brought were able to blossom due to song energy, further proving just how cool music is. It can even make plants grow. I know this was just a theatrical episode, but it was a damn good one. We got to explore a new environment, the animation was top-notch, Emilia's new song was a bop, and I liked what the new characters were able to bring to the table. It was nice getting to see Basara meet someone who shared his passion for music. They're on the same wavelength, and it spares us from the constant bickering we're used to. And Pedro helped further display Basara's warm and protective side. It's beating a dead horse to say it by now, but Basara isn't a bad guy. He just gets irritated because everyone in the TV series constantly questions and berates him for his crazy dream. Being in this environment in which Emilia's on the same wavelength and Pedro respects him allows his more laid-back personality to shine through. It might have not been a movie, but it took advantage of the fact it was theatrical. It's got good presentation, a unique story, and most importantly, Natter Gabagula. That all said, I'll see you guys in the next video, which is the last video of the Macross 7 saga. Until Flashback 7.
H/C5R/C1T/C5A/C1 and C5D/C1S/C5I/C5I C5I. I can't sing, just end this bit.